Good evening, I am Mr. Ish. You are joining me for this double of the day video on exponents, continuing our preparation for possible test questions that you might see on standardized tests. These type of questions, exponents or simple algebra questions, or perhaps the not so simple algebra questions, are the type of questions you do not want to mess up on because they're too easy of points to let go. You have a question here where you're asked to evaluate this expression 2x squared minus 1 given or if 4 to the power of x is equal to 16 to the power of 3 over 4. It's like a multi-step question. How do you go about evaluating this 2x squared minus 1? You basically have to solve for x from this aspect, then plug in that value of x over here and you'll get your value. How can you do this? You got to think of everything here in terms of common bases. You have 4 and 16. You can convert all of this into a common base of 2. 4 is a 2 square to the power of x because there's an x sitting out, and then 16 is 2 to the power of 4 with a 3 over 4 sitting out. Open this up. You have to use the law of exponents. These just multiply. 2 to the power of 2x is equal to 2 to the power of, the 4's will cancel out, which is just 3. You can literally cancel out the 2's here and you have 2x is equal to 3. Therefore x is equal to 3 over 2, a value that you can now plug right in here. You'll have 2 times 3 over 2 to the power of 2, which is 2x squared, and then minus 1. Let's solve it out. You'll have 9 over 4 and a 2 sitting out. You'll have 9 over 2 minus 1, which will be 7 over 2, and your answer is done. Here is another expression. You have to solve for x right here. You have 2 to the power of 1 over 2 to the power of minus x to the power of 3 is equal to 1 over 8. It would be the smart way that you just multiply these exponents across rather than you individually evaluate as you open up the parentheses, because that will get complicated. You can keep this 2 lying in here and just multiply these items across. 1 over 2 times minus x times 3. I have a minus 3x over 2. You can do that because of the law of exponents. A to the m to the power of n is simply a to the m, and you can just multiply this with that and you're good. And that's the route you want to take over here. So you have 2 to the power of minus 3x over 2 is equal to, write this in the form of exponents. You really have right here 1 over 2 cubed, which is the same thing as 2 to the power of minus 3, because a minus indicates a reciprocal. You can eliminate the 2's. You have minus 3x over 2 is equal to minus 3. Cancel out the minuses. 3x is equal to 6 and x is equal to 2, and your answer should be good. What you would want to do now is take this 2 and plug it right over here. You'd have 1 over 2 times minus x, which is a minus 2, times a 3, and you see the 2's cancel out, you have a minus 3. You're essentially looking at 2 to the minus 3. This is me just checking our work. 2 to the power of minus 3, which is equal to 1 over 8, and that is what I'm seeing right here. So this answer is good. X equals 2, and you can see how this was done. Use the law of exponents, just multiply this across. Ignore this for the time being. Once you multiply this across, then evaluate your expressions using common bases, and you're done. And that would be it for this video. We've evaluated our 2 questions for the day, and they would be useful for you to know how to perform, especially for the tests, because these type of questions actually show up. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned. Have a nice day.